Floss Tube, I'm Sally, StitchySally here on Floss Tube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 22nd of June 2022 and this is Floss Tube number 27. And this is day 2. Because I have my microphone too close to my laptop and all you could hear was noise from my laptop. So I've moved it. And I'm having to start again. Anyway, a very warm welcome to my Floss Tube, which is mostly about cross stitch and my filming words. So I'm going to get on because it's 25 to 12. You might hear my tummy rumbling. So let's go. So I'll show my book of days first off, and my pages for June. I did get my new stickers, which I think I mentioned the last time. I'd ordered some Jubilee type stickers from Oodle Doo Mass, which I will try and remember to link in the description box below. So these are these. At the top there, and then the bottle of champagne. There we go. I also picked up this one here, just as a reminder. I put it on the front page of the book with, you remember the big crown from the Antiquarian sticker book that I showed you last time. And I have a few FFOs to show you. So the first one is Samples and Stitches Platinum Jubilee from the Jubilee Joy chart. And if you haven't seen it before, there's 3 lovely designs in the one chart. It's very reasonably priced as well for the 3 designs. The charts are lovely, really easy to read. So yeah, that's my finish of that one. I just bagged it in red fabric and some red chenille trim which came from the works. I'm just sort that out, I've got bits of hollow fibre fill sticking out. So that's that one. And then this one, which is Twisted Threads Kitty Cats, and it's part of the mini gingham series. And that one is stitched on 28 count. I don't know what the colourway of the gingham is. I think it's Weeks Works. And I'm really sorry if you can hear any noise. It's really warm here, so I've got the windows open. So there's a bit of noise going on outside. So I just backed that with some gingham fabric, 22 charm, and then there's some cream chenille trim, again from the works. And the finish. And then Holt being my bonnet, Pleasant and Gentle. Again, just a simple pillow finish. Some fabric that I got in a fat quarter bundle from the works. 2022 charm, a bit wonky. And some white chenille trim. See it there, from the works. And then it's Blackbird Designs, A Flock of Birds. I can never remember what it's called. And it's from the book My Heart is True. Again, stitched on the 28 count gingham fabric. And I packed it in the same fabric as Kitty Cat, 2022 charm. And then I just used my corder and did some black and red chenille trim, again from the works. Wasn't too sure how that was going to look, but I do quite like it. And then my final FFO is Lizzie Kate, and it's part of the Three Little Words series. And what he's dreaming is free. I believe in miracles. I stitched this a few years ago. I don't know what fabric I used. I think it was just some that I had in my stash. Some unknown. It's quite a lilac-y fabric actually, not that you can tell. And again, that is from a backwater bundle from the works, and it is actually a purpley colour. You can probably see it better close up. And some rickrack. That is not blue. That's a lilac colour. Doesn't look like that at all. That I got from the craft outlet when we had a craft outlet here. It's been closed quite a few years now, unfortunately. Right, on to finishes. I have 3 finishes, and the first one is God Save the Queen, which is from the Jubilee Joy Chart by Samplers and Stitches. And this was my cross stitch camp piece for June, so I finished in good time. It's stitched on 35 count light mocha linen from Zweigart using DMC. I really like how that has turned out. And then my next finish is my Saturday Night BBD sal with Elaine, and this one is Fairy Garden from the Garden series. For some reason I always want to say For the Birds, and it's not from For the Birds. I don't even have those. So this is stitched on 35 count platinum linen using a mixture of the fancy floss and the DMC conversion. And I really love this. So I've got 2 more left to stitch now from the ones that I wanted for how I want to finish them. And then my final finish, ta-da! It's the Scarlett House We Are the Sample Makers. And that's stitched in DMC and 35 count light mocha linen from Zweigart. And I really do love how this is stitched up. I didn't have too much left to do after I picked it up last week. So when I finished God Save the Queen, I just carried on stitching this one. So I'm really pleased with how that looks. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. I would like to finish it something like the on the cover photo. Mouse did suggest maybe something like a serving platter, or getting an MDF sheet and sticking some bits to it. So I'll have to have a think about that and decide what I'm going to do. Right, we'll move on to this now. And the first one is my first Mania piece, which is Plum Street Samples Good Company. And I'm stitching this mostly DMC. I think I've got Classic Colourworks and 2 WDWs in there. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Picture This Plus Mellow. And that is where I am at. I'm pleased with how this is stitching up. When I picked it up on Monday, I just stitched on the grass. What is it with me and grass? Please tell me. And houses. I love how, just love it. Love how it's coming and stitching up. Oh God, words, get your words out, girl. So once that's finished, I shall move on to one of my other Mania starts and stitch on that until it's finished. Don't know which one I'll pick up next, because there's only 2 more. Seeing as my Mania was a bust. And my next whip, if I can get it out of the project bag. Whoops! Oh, sorry. I'm not watching that. To watch what I'm doing, because sometimes I do manage to hit the on-off button because it's at the side. So it's from Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs, and you can see a little portion over here, Christmas garden. So I'm stitching this as part of the BBD sal that I do on a Tuesday with Barb and Mouse. Mouse is stitching Christmas, no, Barb is stitching Christmas garden. And Mouse has picked up A Joyous Day again. And I'm using DMC. Not a lot left of some of it. I'm quite surprised I've got this much left, to be honest, because I did think that I might have used a skein by now. And I'm stitching this on 36 count latte linen from Foxglove and Lace. Get it the right way around. And that's it. Doesn't it look amazing? Even though I say it myself. I just love this piece. So as you can see, I have got the words Christmas garden stitched. I just have to add some red stitches to the G and the C. I've also done a little bit more of the border. I do have some bits to fill in where I've missed some bits on some of the pots and the flowers. And then just the little doodads again, which I keep saying, the little doodads. And the personalisation. And I just thought, can I please have that as my screen grab? Please, 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 please. And preferably without me pulling a funny face as well. That is that. Oops. Oh, shoulders and my neck are aching. I did a workout early on this morning, and I'm trying to stick at it. But yeah, I feel a bit achy. Next whip is With Thy Needle and Thread, Windsor Manor. And I am using mostly the called for. I have substituted, I think, 3 of the threads. And this is 40 count vintage country mocha linen, the right around, nice wide out. And as I've said before, I cannot get a true colour. The house is a bit more vibrant than that, a bit more sort of lilac-y pinky. So since I last filmed, I have filled in the rest of this bit of the border here. I started this basket here, I've done the hearts, I've filled in a little bit more of the snow. What I try to do when I pick it up is just maybe do 2 or 3 strands of the snow, just so I don't get bored. And I don't remember whether I'd started this border the last time. Anyway, I am very sorry if I've told you this before. I don't think I did. These berries, I think the berries, they should have been stitched in 2 different colours. And I'm merrily stitching away, and I just stitched them in AN. So that's how they're staying. I'm not unpicking any of them to do the other colour. I think the other colour is used brick. And the funny thing was, when I posted about it on Instagram, Jenny, I can't remember what her username is, she said she'd started to do the same. So it wasn't just me, but because I'd done it, I'd saved her, so she was she was going to stitch them in the right colours. So I'm really glad, Jenny, if you're watching, I'm really glad that I did manage to save you. But I'm not unpicking mine. They can stay all the same colour. I wouldn't mind, but I did keep looking at the charts because they're not all stitched the same. And I didn't even notice that there was 2 different symbols. Maybe it's time I gave up. Right, next whip is Silver Creek Samplers Lost and Found. My very, very famous Big Sheepy. And I stitched this on a Friday, sheets out with that. And I'm using the Call for DMC. And I'm stitching this on 25 count vintage sand from Swargart. So I have just done a little bit more of the wording and just filled in the tiniest bit of grass in here since I saw you last. I'm really pleased with how that's looking. Still an awful lot more to do, but I am just enjoying the journey. Oops. Can't get it back on the back. And then my final whip, not done a massive amount on this since I last showed you it. It's Kathy Barrick, The Moons of 2022. Oh, sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Yeah, Kathy Barrick, The Moons of 2022. And I'm stitching this in the DMC conversion. And I am using 25 count vintage marble by Swargart, 1/1. And there we are. I think the last time you saw it, I had just been mindlessly stitching some of the outline, and I think I'd got August, September, July, August, September, and then part of October stitch. So I finished stitching October, November, December, and then I've come up here and started on the moons. And that one is the sturgeon moon. So that's that. So I've not been stitching on that quite as much. But once I finish Winter Rose Manor, I'll move that to my Sunday stitch anyway, so it should get a bit more done on it, hopefully. Right, I'll move on to Plans and Haul. So, because I finished Fairy Garden, I'll be having a new start on Saturday with Elaine, and I've decided on this one, which is All in a Row. Quite a sweet little stitch. So as usual, I'll be using 35 count platinum linen, and I'm using nearly all the fancy floss because I just happen to have them in my stash. Hopefully I'll have enough. So I've got 9 fancy floss and 3 DMC. So I'm looking forward to starting that with Elaine. Elaine is hoping to get What Remains finished soon, and it really does look lovely. It looks so beautiful. And then I'm having a new start tonight because obviously I finished We Are the Sampler Makers, God Save the Queen. So at the moment I'm going to stitch until July. I'm going to stitch this for two nights, so this is also part of my haul, and it's the Barbara Anna Designs Winged Dreams Mystery Sal. What sold this for me was the moon cycle, so the cycles of the moon across the top of it. Part 2's come out as well, so I've got part 2 in there. and I can't make up my mind whether it's going to be like a butterfly or a moth. Well, she's got butterfly or moth wings, I'm not entirely sure at the moment. Just got to wait until part 3 comes out and see what the rest of it's like. Yas showed hers in her latest video, Yasmin's Made with Love, and it looks really lovely. I wasn't entirely sure what fabric I was going to use for it, and then I watched Charly Feathers yesterday, and my first time watching her, Yas shouted her out a few weeks back, I think. And then I've been following the Barbara Anna Designs hashtag on Instagram, and she came up in, I think it was somebody else's post, I can't actually remember, but anyway, she was using the fabric that was used on Dreaming Miss Claus, which was the Christmas 2021 mystery stitch along that I did. So because I had some left, that's what I'm going to be using. I think it's Colonial Blue 32 count. So I'm going to be starting that tonight. I have subbed the Krynic, but I don't know whether it'll look right. Those are the threads, all but one. I think one of the DMC variations is in another project. So yeah, that's my start for tonight, which was also part of the haul. And then my cross stitch camp piece for next month. Please can somebody tell me what I'm doing? Yeah, my cross stitch camp piece for next month is going to be this one. It's another Barbara Anna Designs, and it's Dreaming Queen Bee, and I love her. She is absolutely gorgeous. So I should be starting that sometime in July, hopefully early July. It shouldn't take too much stitching. And I've chosen this is just an offcut that's in from my stash. I have absolutely no idea what it is, what count it is. It looks like it could be 32 around there. And those are the threads. There's a couple of variations in there, as I said. So I'm really looking forward to starting that. The prompt for cross stitch cam, which is the brainchild of Sherry, the Colorado cross stitcher, for July is something that you can finish other than framing. So I've got an idea for that. So that will be another plan start. Sorry, I keep knocking my laptop. Oops. I have it stood on a couple of jigsaw boxes. Maybe not the best idea, but right. And then my friend Sue is having a new start on the 1st of July. Sorry, excuse me. So I thought I might join her. And this is part of haul as well. And it's the Modern Folk Embroidery Move Forward in Love, and that is the Pride Sal for 2022. Now I know Pride Month here is this month, but I just can't start it yet. Have enough going. I could have started it really instead of the Winged Dreams Mystery Sal, but I thought I'll make this my 1st of July start because it's Pride Month somewhere in July. And I just absolutely, I love the sentiment behind this. So yeah, I'm going to start that 1st of July, even if I only stick a few stitches in it in the afternoon. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not quite sure at the moment whether I'm going to stitch the monochrome version or this version. I kind of feel as though I want to do the pride flag, but I am actually thinking of maybe doing it as a separate piece as well, because my idea was, and I'd like your feedback on this, please, as to whether you think it would look okay. So I'm using a 25 count vintage sand, so I'm going to be stitching it 1 over 1 on that. And my original idea was to use one of the DMC colourists, and that one is, I think it's called Indian Summer. It's 4511. Oops, sorry, get it in the right place, otherwise you can't see it. So do you think that would look okay? I mean, if I just do the monochrome version without the flag in the middle, or do you think it would look okay with the flag in the middle as well, using the DMC? Just let me know what you think, because I'm undecided. I'm now kind of thinking, shall I just do this one and do it with the DMC that Jacob has used? Let me know what you think. I do like to get, when I'm unsure, I do like to get other people's opinions of how I think it would look. As I say, if I use that and then still do the pride flag in the middle. What do you think? So that's going to be a 1st of July start. And then we'll move on to the rest of my haul, because I had a bit of haul. So when I was on Creative Poppy buying the Winged Dreams Mystery Sal, I also picked this one up, Cosmic Dreams. This was originally a free chart. If you'd taken part in a stitch along, which was one of the ones that I didn't do. And then Barbara Anna released it for everybody to buy, so I picked it up because I really, really like it. And then when I was on Modern Folk Embroidery, by the way, these are my first Modern Folk Embroidery charts, I've never bought any before. I have looked at this one, Moonshine Cabin, for so long, and I toyed with the idea of also getting the Leo and Roxy threads and fabric from Everturks, but then I thought, no, it's more expense, it's, you know, it's just extra expense that you don't really need. So I've been wondering what I could stitch it on. And again, when I was watching Charly Feathers, she's stitching this and she's using 32 count, I think it was charcoal grey, and the DMC, and you know what? It looks fantastic on it. So I think I'm going to steal Charly's idea and stitch mine on 32 count. It's grey Murana, I'm not quite sure, charcoal grey Murana, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to feel about stitching on it. I might even go for 16 count if I can get 16 count, because that might be easier to see. But yeah, whatever, I'm not going to be starting for a while anyway. So that is all my haul and everything. So future plans, you may remember from my last Floss Tube that Dawn Frosty X Stitch, she'd won one of my giveaways. So both my giveaways were posted out on the Friday after I filmed. I know that Dawn's got hers, she got hers, I think it was the Wednesday after, so that was good going. Even she was surprised that it had got there quite so quickly. Adele's went out obviously the same day, so hopefully you've got yours by now, Adele. Because obviously that was only going within the UK. So anyway, yeah, Dawn and I have decided that we're going to stitch along on Stitch All the Things, the Erica Michaels chart that she won, because I also have it. So we're hopefully going to start in October, so I'm really looking forward to that. but we'll just have to see what we've both got on at the time, as to whether we start it then. And then also I am doing a stitch along with Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher, which I've forgotten to mention before. We're going to be stitching Plum Street Sampler's Pink House Sampler, and we're starting that on New Year's Day. And my friend Sue, she's going to be joining me with a New Year's Day start, which we usually do, but hers will be different. She hasn't made up her mind yet. So if anybody would like to join in with Pink House Sampler, please just let either me or Elaine know. You're very welcome to join us. So I think that is me done for the second time. I'm getting really good at having to film again, aren't I? And I'm just hoping to God that you can't hear the noise from my laptop this time. Had to have it on charge because I'd forgotten to charge it. So yeah, that is all the stitching. Not a lot happening life-wise. Jess is still waiting to hear, so I can't say anything about that. It's just getting ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Everybody's fed up, waiting. My husband's brother tested positive for COVID last week. He's feeling really, really rough. My husband had worked with him a couple of days, so he's been testing just to make sure. So yeah, I think that is about it. It's too hot. I think we reached 29 degrees on Friday, which for the coast, the east coast, the northeast coast at that, it's a bit warm really. We're usually blessed with a sea breeze, which cools it down a little bit, but yeah. And I don't do heat. My problem now is I don't know what I've said in this video, and whether I haven't said it, and it was my first take. I said it, so I think I'll just shut up now, and I will go because I'm hungry. So have a lovely stitchy fortnight. Hope you get lots done. Yeah, do just let me know what you think about the Move Forward in Love piece, whether you think it would look okay or not. I won't be offended if you tell me that it won't, because as I say, I would just like some advice, so thank you very much in anticipation. So I will see you next time. I'll say have a great fortnight, stay safe and well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to my new subscribers as well. Hope you enjoy what you see. And of course, thank you to all my regulars. You are very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.